Hey guys, it's Toast again from the Fishyaker YouTube channel. Here's a quick tip for all my buddies out there that love to throw spinnerbaits. So guys, if you watch many of my videos, you know my favorite lure to throw is a spinnerbait. I love them. I use them all the time. It's my go-to search lure. I fish pretty much any species of game fish on one of these. I love them. Freshwater, saltwater, smallmouth, largemouth, redfish, you name it, all that. I also done some videos on clips and snaps and swivels and all that good stuff. Especially in kayak fishing, using a clip is really beneficial because you can't carry as many rods and you want to be able to change out lures really quickly. Alright? Plus, in some cases, a clip or even a swivel clip can make the lure get a little bit more action too. But in this case here, I like to use these when I can on a spinnerbait. The problem you get is that a lot of the spinnerbaits have that open eyelet on it, right? A lot of the lures do, a lot of the spinnerbaits do. This one, for instance, is just an inexpensive older model that I got from a Walmart for like $1 several years ago. They changed the style up a little bit since then, but they still typically don't have a fully enclosed eye on there. So you have to tie directly to it or try some other little gimmicks and tricks. Because the problem you get is when you're actually throwing a spinnerbait, if you happen to use a clip, what happens to you when you swing back and cast? It just comes right out and starts sliding all over the stinking place on you, right? And it lands in the water like that on the blade or all the way down the head, all over the place, and it acts all screwy in the water because it's got that open gap in it. Well, here's a really quick, easy tip for you. Next time you go to a local, fast food joint, pick up one of the smaller little coffee straws, right? Not the really big ones, but the smaller coffee straws. And then look at that, how long that eye is, and you want to give about half the distance there. I've already got one cut right here, but let's make another really quick one. You're only making it like, I don't know, like 1/3 of a centimeter, a couple millimeters actually. Not a whole lot. So you cut a little tiny piece off of it, slide it right on over top of the eye. That way, when you put your snap on it, your little clip, it doesn't slide down. We've already done a couple videos on like how to tie the loops on it with thread, or using small rubber bands, or even surgical tubing. Like if you get a lure and you get the surgical tubing on the points of your hooks, take that and save it. You can do the same thing. But this is one if you don't have any of that handy, and you stop by, get some breakfast in the morning at McDonald's or something, get some of these little tiny straws. Keep them in your tackle box. If you want to, cut them in advance, just like that. That when you're casting it, it stays in the right position if you're using a clip. I do like using clips on spinnerbaits. Again, it gets a little bit different action to it. It gets a little bit more flutter. Plus, if I'm catching any of those bigger and toothier critters, I feel good just because I know I'm not going to get it bitten off as easily. Because when I'm throwing full-size spinnerbaits here, especially on the Susquehanna River, I get a lot of muskies biting these things off. And then if you get on a snakehead or something like that, it comes in handy. But like I said, you might get them wrapped, like this one, or just some standard little ones like this. Typically for coffee and stuff like that, the smaller ones. And just cut them into little pieces and stick them on there, and then you can use clips. Pretty cool, huh? Really easy, and it's free. Another little tip for you. If you haven't already, guys, we ask you please click down below and subscribe to the Fishyaker YouTube channel. If you got any ideas for stuff that we can post up, talk about, or show you, let me know. Always share our videos too, and you can also follow me at John Oast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and also like the Fishyaker.com channel on Facebook. Alright guys, get out there and get on the water.
Fishyaker.com, the original kayak rigging video series.